Welcome back to the final round of the Samui Swine Classic presented by Dynamic Discs. I'm Nate Perkins and I'm joined here with four-time world champion Paige Pierce. We've got a brief interview with the leader Philo Brathwaite.
I'm the disc golf guy and we're leading into the final round here at the 2019 Samui Swine Classic, the Hogfather, presented by Dynamic Discs. Philo, our leader. Philo, you've been obviously in the lead before. We got 22 holes to go. What's the game plan today?
Tightened it up from the last two rounds. I definitely left a lot of meat on the bone first couple rounds, missing some makeable putts and not averaging what I did in practice, so it's a little frustrating, but we're in a tight battle. All three of us can light this course up, all four of us on the lead card, so just try not to make any big mistakes, keep it in between the lines, make some putts, and we'll see what happens at the end.
Well, it should be really exciting. We want to thank everyone for joining us. This, again, the final round, thanks to Dynamic Disc, thanks to Luke and Nigel and the entire crew here. Let's take a look as Philo battles it out with the rest of them. Perfect, thank you, man. Good luck, man.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
All right, we are back on hole one from round three. Like you saw, we got Philo in the lead and he's looking to take some extra meat off the bone. That's a funny comment.
Yep, enjoyed the pre-round interviews, Terry. Well done. Philo has a one-stroke lead over Nikko Locastro, a two-stroke lead over Joel Pallari from Turku, Finland, and 4 strokes on Devan Owens. It is time, though, Paige. It's time for these players to string together some birdies.
They can't be making mistakes like they did in round two.
There's no room for mistakes during this final round.
All right, we got 2 of them, a little short right, but really it's only a 144-foot hole, so they're well within their range to pick up those birdies.
Nice smooth shot from Joel. Oh, just behind the pin.
Had a little chance there. All right, Devan going wide around those trees, and he's parked.
Looks like all our players are inside the circle on the starting hole.
Got a little Christmas vibe over here on Joel.
And yet another player from Finland making their way onto the lead card. Good looking putt.
They like to come to Thailand and get a little break from the cold.
It's a smart call right there.
Yeah.
Coming to Thailand in February. Devan, a little smile before he puts that one in there for birdie. Got a little dressed up today for the final round.
Yeah, he
First
did.
collared shirt we've seen. Nikko, his third pair of swim trunks.
These have got to be his favorite, right? If he's wearing it on the final day. And his flight club shirt, we've seen 3 players now wearing that, so good for Nikko.
And Philo tapping in. He's going to hold on to that one-stroke lead. Hole 2. One of the trickiest holes on the course. 285-foot par 3. Some early palms that you need to miss, but the real struggle with the hole is picking one of these late gaps.
Sponsored by Soft Spot. I don't really think there's a soft spot on this hole.
Yeah, and then you've got that giant mound that blocks a lot of good shots. Philo going with a rock here.
Philo, I noticed,
yeah.
doesn't even try to get a turn on this hole. He's just trying to be pin high over on the left side.
Mm-hmm. And he's done just that. He is pin high. He's inside the circle, maybe 25 feet left. And we've seen Nikko choose to attack this hole the same way every time. Forehand Anheuser with a stable disc.
Little low. That seems to be his mistake on that release.
Mm-hmm.
Got Joel looking to see what the wind's doing. Didn't look like it moves the towel much, but it's definitely moving that palm tree a little bit.
It's like Joel's thinking about this one a little bit. He's gone with the backhand Anheuser.
Whoa.
Looks like he snuck through.
Kind of found a little backdoor
Might
route
have a
over
putt.
there.
Devan needs this one to swing back. Good little kick. He might be inside the circle up there. Yeah, that's a pretty tricky approach right there to have to hit that window on such a slow speed disc.
Philo looks like he's pretty obstructed. I don't know that this is too makeable unless he goes with the high.
Is he going hyzer?
The high floaty.
I don't think he
hyzer?
has straight, does he? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going hyzer. Oh,
Yeah.
just misses.
That's a hard
That's
putt.
going to open the door up. Joel.
He did end up finding a little backdoor route pin high.
Oh, he thought he had it. Good looking putt, just a little high. And Devan from 24 feet, just past the big mound.
Looks like we got a little gallery out today watching. They want to see who their champion's going to be.
And that was Devan's moment to pick up a stroke on the leader.
You know, at this tournament, the winner, they give like this little champion's belt, kind of like you would see in wrestling. It's pretty cool. People like walk around with it on afterwards and stuff. Pretty coveted trophy, I would say.
Pretty special deal to make the podium at this event, though. You get to stand up on this legit little podium, and everyone comes to the award ceremony. Everyone that signs up for this tournament, they're there at the award ceremony. There's great food, and you know, everyone's awaiting the speeches. It's just a really great atmosphere. And we've seen Philo just absolutely park this hole. Back-to-back throws. Just needs to miss one tree. Looks like he's done just
Wow.
that.
Almost aced it, really. But this time he's still about, just like you said, just parked again, but this time on the left side of the basket.
He had one tree to miss. He's going to be just short of the circle after that drive. Let's see how Joel chooses to attack this hole. Oh no, oh no. And that never came in bounds. And that's really the first time we've seen the danger on this hole come into effect, because you are teeing off from out of bounds. So if you don't miss those early palms, you are, I believe he's going to be going to a drop zone. That needs to sit. That needs to sit.
Oh no, Devan looked like a super early release.
Is that out of bounds? Is he in?
It looks like it is.
I think he's in.
You think inbounds?
I couldn't tell. The graphic did not come up. We'll see here in just a moment. Not the best looking shot from Devan. Oh, and he's going for this. Oh, and
Wow.
he almost drains it from the drop zone. Oh, Nikko with a really tough obstructed putt from one knee. This one's tricky.
Yes, it is. I think to get enough, he's going to have to...
Oh,
Wow.
he swings it. Oh, he thought he had it. The wall keeps it from going out of bounds. Don't remember that wall being there last
No,
year. I
it
believe
was
I put
not.
OB a few times on right at that wall. And see, Devan was inbounds.
Wow. And a
And
great
with
putt.
the birdie, wow, sinks that one. That's a great break after an errant drive.
Yes, he needed that too. He's fallen a few behind Philo, so not losing a stroke there is definitely a good sign for him.
So Philo gets another one on Nikko, another one on Joel. Excuse me, 2 on Joel, actually. Joel will be tapping in his bogey 4 right here.
Yeah. And he's going to drop back to tied for third with Devan after that. Hole 4, this one is one of the trickiest holes, I think. It's a shorty, but those late trees really block your progress to the basket.
Yeah, we've seen Philo elect to throw a soft anhyzer with his yellow rock. He parked it once and then left it short again. Let's see what he does to correct in this final round. It's going up that middle gap.
Looks like he got it there.
Yeah, missed the trees. Might even have got a little roll out back toward the pin. Looks like Devan is switching up his play just a little bit. Oh, and that was on pace.
Just a little bit short, but good line.
Nikko again with that stable forehand anhyzer. Let's see if he can give this one the height. That's really been his only miss. And he just... Oh, no.
Wow, look at that redirect. It made the Mando.
Nasty
I didn't
reaction.
Even see that
I didn't
Mando.
even see that Mando either. Nasty reaction off the tree. I have no idea what it looks like from over there.
There might be a back door. You can see the sun coming in, so I'm guessing there's a little back door on the right side.
This looks very nice. Just pures that gap. Hyzer's out a little too early, but great looking shot from Joel.
Oh, he's got some lawn chairs to navigate over.
Oh, and he's going to have to poke through right there. Oh, no. He's going to have an unobstructed par putt from there.
Devan from circle 2.
Low with a lot of speed and just an inch low.
If Joel hits this and Nikko misses, he's going to be tied with him. This could be a big swing right here.
It's a great birdie on the difficult hole 4. And it looks like Philo did make it around the corner and got a little cut roll back toward the pin. This is a big moment right here for Nikko. With Philo's disc being right there in his line of sight, you know he's thinking Philo's picking one up on him right here.
He doesn't want to make it 2. And
Oh,
great putt.
Sinks it.
Great putt.
Visible frustration regardless. Sometimes you just got to take what you can get, though, and just be happy that Philo isn't picking up 2 on you. Oh, no.
I did not see that
From
coming.
15 feet, Philo didn't seem to take his time and just lets that one leak high right and it doesn't stick. That's a big mistake to not put the hammer down on Nikko and Devan and Joel. Wow.
He's going to be thinking about that one for
I
a
was
couple
not
holes.
expecting that.
Hands on his knees, needing a breather. Should have taken a breath before he putted.
That is what we call the par punch. Sorry. Hole 5, 626 par 4. One of the more beautiful holes on the course. Just classic Thailand palm trees. A beautiful lawn. There's OB right, OB left, and OB deep of the pin.
It takes a really skillful shot to get that turn without it being too early into those trees or finishing out too straight and going OB. We saw a lot of players throw the sidearm instead, and Devan throwing the lefty hyzer. But Joel looks to be lining up a backhand turnover.
Gives that one the height.
Turning.
Get down.
Oh, it got
okay,
down.
Gets down just over the rooster. And we've seen Philo play pretty wide hyzer. Looks like he's lining up just that.
Yeah, I hadn't seen anybody else take this route. Did you look at that route when we played this hole?
Also needs to get down. Oh no. A terrible reaction. Looks like it stayed safe. Believe this hole was redesigned just a little bit. If you remember, we were kind of teeing off from back there and cutting the corner. But it looks like they've made themselves a great hole.
Oh
man.
Not a bad place though. He's still in the middle. It stopped his progress, but he's close to where he wants to be.
Nikko lining up the power forehand.
Looks to be another hot day. He's really trying to fan off his hand, get a grip on it.
And he's had a pretty consistent approach to this hole. Each time he's just worked one of those forehands out there. Thailand photographer taking a page out of Alyssa's book and laying down in front of the players.
Gotta get the good angles.
Philo with the rare forehand. Look at that, though. Good looking out.
Yeah, no way to birdie it from there, but he's going to have to settle for a par.
Great looking flat shot from Joel. Is that going to catch edge? I can't tell. It was super close to getting the angle it needed to get that skip. Looks like Devan's got a little tricky standstill line right here. I think he's going to go wide of that first tree in front of him. And he does. Needs it to hold that line and miss those branches.
All right. He's up there. It's going to be a long, like a tester, but it's makeable.
And we saw Nikko go with the clean hyzer release, and he still released that one with a little bit of Annie. Gets this flare skip, and he's inside the circle for a birdie. Looks like he might get one back on Philo. See if Philo can't toss one in here. Ooh.
Beautiful.
Nice looking putter approach. So Devan actually came up a little bit short. He's just outside the circle. What if he's going to jump this distance?
He probably should have.
Needed just a little bit more pop on that one.
Oh, no
man.
way.
That was a good looking putt.
Yeah, it was.
Nice and soft, perfect angle. Just needed a little bit more on it. And this is to get within one of the lead. Okay. Ouch.
He hated it right out of his hand.
He did not. I mean, he went quicker.
Yeah.
You could tell that he didn't want to overthink that one. And he just didn't get that extension that we've been talking about. Just need to shake hands with those chains. Or as Calvin Heimberg puts it, you just need to put the pizza in the oven.
Alright, so Philo doesn't really lose any steam.
I just really want to see who's going to step up and decide that they're winning the tournament.
So many mistakes being made.
We've seen a lot of mistakes so far through the two rounds that we've watched, and through the first 5 holes, we've already seen these top-tier players, make these mistakes that we're just not used to seeing. Nikko going to go and assess that one. Don't think about that one for too long, buddy. It is as short as it looks.
So let's try to get yourself closer on this hole 6. He's been going with that backhand flex line, so let's see if he can get himself close. You know, you want to get up there. We still haven't seen this hole birdied, so it'd be nice to see one of these players capitalize on this.
The Water Buffalo's been doing a great job keeping this lawn nice and trimmed up.
All right.
Good looking shot from Joel. Needs to get the little bit of a flare. Just gets redirected by one of those late palms. It's kind of hard to pick a gap that late down the fairway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Really, you just want to hit that initial gap with the right amount of angle. Get a little luck toward the end. Looks like Philo's just got a little too much angle on this one. It's stable, though, and it's swinging back.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Great stability for that angle.
That is one of the better shots that we've seen on the hole. It's probably a Star Destroyer that he's ripping down there.
Devan.
Needs the height. He had everything right with that shot except the height.
Yep.
With Philo 2 up and just having put that one inside the circle, Nikko really needs to get this one.
Little too much turn. Doesn't give it enough time to correct itself. He's going to have a long putt.
Devan just laying that one up. Just like not a lot of wind on this final day. Not a bad little floater from Joel. Nikko really needs this one. He can see Philo's disc right over there within 30 feet. He really needs to make something happen.
He's starting to panic.
And that is some visible frustration right there. Taking the hat, just smacking that log. Really not something that you want to see during a sanctioned event.
Definitely not.
Philo can smell the blood. Yes. Gets that one to stick.
It's a 24 under and a 3-stroke lead. Nikko's got to get himself closer.
No doubt a 3-stroke lead on this course is going to be tough. If Philo can keep his foot on the gas, it's going to make it pretty difficult for either 3 of these competitors to catch up.
And I think
This is a must
Yes.
make. I mean, he's got a little tester comeback. Yeah.
All right. All right, hole 7. Nikko has been throwing this hole pretty good, so we need him to do it again if he wants to stay close. He's probably starting to panic a little bit right now, realizing he's running out of holes and opportunities to get some strokes.
Yeah, and this one's pretty tricky. We've got that Mando on the left and those early palms that you have to miss. We've seen quite a few different approaches on this hole. Philo has parked it a couple times with that straight rock shot. That Dayglow rock. Looks like he's choosing the same frisbee. Lining up the same shot. Just watch how he gets that same pullback every time. There he goes. He's practicing it right now. He gets that disc up and by his chest, pulling straight through. Oh, he's put a little too much angle on this one. And he's leaking off to the right. You can tell. Oh, what? A little rollback to the pin.
Nice. He's still pretty far, though. I think he's going to be give or take at circle's edge.
A little leader love right there is what I like to call that. It's like Joel's going driver. Overstable on the baby Anheuser. Not a bad looking shot.
Right, Devan's going to try to go a little bit higher than in round 2. He chose to throw the forehand and just turned it too much.
Looks like he's overcorrected just a little bit and leaked off to the left. And Nikko's been throwing this same destroyer on an overstable Anheuser. Just a little bit too much angle. Also gets a little love off that mound. Okay, Philo's got all of 50 feet left on this one. I'm ready to see a big putt.
I am too. I don't think Nikko and Devan are, though. Or Joel.
No. Philo not too pleased with that bid.
Alright, Joel rocking a Koh Samui shirt.
Yes!
Oh, and there's your big putt.
And that's a stroke back on the leader, and he's only 3 back. Joel's still in the mix with these Americans.
Yes, he is. Especially if Nikko misses this. I mean, he's tied with him in second.
We really need a make here from Mr. USA. He's really having a battle with himself, isn't he, Paige?
Yes, he is. And, you know, those putts aren't even ones that, especially the one on the last hole, that's not really a putt that you make that often. So
No, certainly not. So, you know, you don't really need to beat yourself up about it every time. But he is watching this tournament slip through his fingers.
And he'll have to settle for a par.
Joel takes a lone birdie on hole 7 with the monster 50-footer.
In hole 8, these players just need to navigate through the trees and keep it shorter rather than longer, as there is an OB creek behind the basket. So, you know, we haven't seen anybody find that creek yet, but it is definitely, you know, present on the hole.
Looks like Joel's lining up the Annie play. Oh no, gets the early palm. It's going to be a pretty tough up and down from over there. You're going to have to pipe one of those windows.
Philo also going with the backhand.
Love how compact Philo's run-up is. Probably one of the most compact run-ups that you'll ever really see from a top player. I mean, just 1, 2, 3 steps at max.
And they're like half steps almost.
Yeah, little baby steps, and he gets all the power you need to compete at the top level. It's interesting to compare the different styles, you know. I play with James Conrad a lot, and their styles are just like, you know, polar opposite.
Yes.
With James taking
And similar body types, too.
Similar body types, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, James takes like 8 steps. You were
Yeah,
saying?
like 8 full-on like sprinting steps, you know, and just different styles, and that's really what separates disc golf from other sports, is all the different ways to generate torque on the disc.
Ooh, and like you said, that was a tough up and down. Joel doesn't get close enough for a putt, and Nikko's just barely in front of him.
Sit.
Nice hyzer angle on the Nova, just really glidey. Devan, he's fallen off the lead quite a bit now. I mean, he's got to get closer than that if he's wanting to catch that.
Yeah, he's 5 back. He really needs to make something happen. I mean, in my mind, he has to birdie out to even have a chance at this course.
Yes.
Is this Philo for birdie?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Philo to take another stroke on these players. This looks to be just inside the circle. This would be a statement putt.
I mean, he's in the driver's seat right now.
No.
Oh.
Looks at the hand. The sweaty hand.
Weather, man. Every time, dude.
No grip. Gotta let the camera know. Wasn't his fault. Maybe we should send Philo a whale sack as well.
Yeah, Philo, we'll
Comment,
hit you up.
message.
You know, your grip is like the most important thing. It's what's holding the frisbee, you know? So you got to get that on lock.
No
Whatever
doubt.
you got to do to make sure that you're gripping it.
My hands are sweaty just thinking about not being able to grip a disc. The door has been opened for Philo a couple times now, and he just hasn't stepped through it. We've seen him miss 2 inside the circle birdie putts to take a clear stroke on the field, and that is just not what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I mean, luckily his competitors are making mistakes as well, or otherwise his lead would be slipping away.
Good point.
But this is such a Philo shot right here.
Yeah, just dead straight. He's missed that tree.
Wow.
He's
Maybe the heat's
still,
getting to them.
yeah, he's still inside the circle off that one. You know, I remember playing this final round, and actually the night before we went to this thing called the Full Moon Party. Every full moon in Thailand, they go to this island Koh Phangan off the coast of Koh Samui. And when we went, there were like 60,000 people all lined up on this beautiful beach, just having a blast. Like 6 stages of music and fire dancing and all the good food that you could ever ask for. And who knows? Maybe they had another full moon party, and these guys are still feeling it from the night before. That was sure a good time, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was amazing.
The amount of memories made here on Koh Samui and just Thailand in general are just, they last a lifetime. Come on. Come on, Nikko. I don't know how many times we've seen him hit the rim in this tournament alone. We've seen him in all 3 rounds of coverage now. I mean, that's at least 15 times that he's hit the rim in this tournament. Philo gonna reset.
All right, he extends his lead. We're moving on to hole 10, and Philo is now up by 4. He can pretty much even start his celebration almost.
Yeah.
You think?
Man, I don't know. We've got 13 holes to play. Up by 4. He still needs to get a few more birdies.
Yeah.
To be really comfortable, you know, especially already missing some putts. You know, there's room for error. A few more, and
Nikko seems to be kind of going crazy up there in his head, though.
yeah, and you know, these are birdie holes, so there's not much else to do but put them close. You know, it's not like he has to really decide to lay up or make these big decisions. It's routine golf, and you just get a few more birdies and, you know, maybe count on a few more misses from these other players, and he's going to be thinking about that belt. He's just smoothing that Firebird out there.
Yeah, this is the smart play for sure. And he is inside the circle.
Is he going up that gap again?
He sure is.
Where is he throwing it, Paige?
Oh, he kind of took a different approach there. He went a little bit wider.
Parks it. I'll shut up now, Devin.
But that wasn't the line he went for the last 2 times.
No
in
doubt,
round
he
2.
did go a little skinnier even. Like, through those palms right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joel, first time for us seeing him play this hole. He played the smart line, I think, just a little bit high. Nikko looks like he's taking Devan's line again. Didn't work out for him the first time, but...
So missed that last one, and it does.
Nice. Little short, but should be definitely makeable. If he misses that one, we might see a breakdown.
We would definitely see a breakdown.
Joel hates it.
Philo went pretty deep on this one.
Ooh!
Oh, and hits a
Big
long
putt.
one. That is just absolutely a statement putt right there from Philo.
He's got the gallery clapping, showing some skin. Nikko to tie Joel back up for second. But he's still, both of them are still 4 behind Philo. Alright, and Devan finally gets the birdie on this hole. And he is 1 behind Joel and Nikko. Last hole of this front half. Headed back towards the clubhouse. We've seen Philo throw the rare sidearm from him on this hole.
Looks like Philo is lining up that sidearm again.
Nice and low.
Good
Great
looking
shot.
stroke. You see how he popped that one out there?
Woo.
Oh, wow.
Little
He's
hot.
asking for it to sit down. Looks like it skips a little right. I don't know if there's any OB over there by the clubhouse.
But you definitely don't want to have to worry about a putt on this hole. It's only 200 feet, and these players are world-class players. They shouldn't be having to putt.
Devan put that one close. Nikko's got no other option but to put this one close. Lining up that stable forehand. It's a pretty fun shot to watch, seeing it swing out like that.
Oh yeah, and that sand just stops all the momentum, puts it right under the basket.
Is Joel's lining up the backhand putter shot? Needs to miss that palm.
He
Oh,
kind
no.
of looks like Joel Freeman, even, from the back.
Yeah, he kind of does. He's a little tall, lanky, got that blonde hair. I could see it.
Alright, a little deep.
Those spectators are just chilling. That guy's in full Thailand mode right there. I love that. Probably got that, definitely got that in while in Thailand. I can see the elephants on it from here.
Alright, Joel, great
That's a,
putt.
that's a
safe
good
par.
good putt for par. You definitely don't want to bogey that one in front of the clubhouse.
Look at that giant Thailand disc golf banner. They're prepping for the awards coming up soon.
They're doing great work there. I'm loving their logo. Yep. Another good putt from the leader.
Moves to 27 under. These guys have a lot of work to do to catch Philo on this back 11 holes. But anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. Nikko's going to be 4 strokes back with 11 holes to play. Again, guys, I'm Nate Perkins, and I'm joined here with 4-time world champion Paige Pierce. Please join us for the final 11 holes of the Samui Swine Classic presented by Dynamic Discs.